Hello, Fear the Meerkat here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Now, I can't work out where this bit of the map I've been to is. I've had a look around this area, and I can't work it out, and we're at the other entrance now, so I don't know if I'm going to lose an achievement that you get for getting 100% on every map. I suppose I can hope that there's some sort of secret area that we can get into that I haven't spotted. But I want to move ahead to the next room now. I don't want to spend the next 10 minutes or whatever looking for a secret room. This is supposed to be me advancing into the next room, so that's what I'm going to do. And for some reason, they rather randomly stop having float, and I have no idea why, because there's no explanation for that. So I'm going to try a neutral elemental attack, a magic attack, poison basically, because that poison's not going to increase their health if I've chosen the wrong element, so might as well use Libra, I guess. Weaknesses, holy. I think that's what it means. Which means it should be weak to that. I've got to find the fortunate. Rose is useless. I know I've said this before, but really, she is. The only attacks she knows are that actually do a lot of damage. She doesn't know attacks that do a lot of damage. Let me start the sentence again. She doesn't know a lot of attacks that do a lot of damage, and her white magic is the same thing that Cecil's already got, which is basically white magic. I suppose there's a few white magic attacks that she has that she has that he doesn't, but like float, I suppose float is quite useful. Although I'm really not sure why float only works for a limited amount of time. Anyway, I'm gonna try my best, as I have previously, to cover this cave 100%, and if I don't, then I just don't. It's sometimes a matter of determining, is it going upwards that will get me, that will let me see more of the map without making me have to go to the other side of the map, or how do I, where do I go in order to get more of the map filled in without missing something and having to go back and to the other side of the room in order to complete something. I'm sure you understand what I mean. In the last episode, when I was exploring the first room of this cave, I went all the way to the left and left, and there are some parts of the right I didn't explore, even though I knew they were there, because I wasn't certain what the effect I wasn't certain which bit to go into. Look, just forget this sentence. I'm not explaining it well. Never mind. I'll show you instead of telling you. See, if I go up there, it might open up into a very large section of the cave. It might stretch all the way to the right side of the room, so that it covers basically half the map. And then I would have to go all the way back in order, across half the map, in order to get to the bottom here. And if that opens up into a very large portion of the map, and that very large portion of the map happens to have the exit in, I'm going to have to come back here, go downwards in order to fill in the bits of the cave that I haven't filled in yet, and then go upwards again in order to get to the exit. That's the best way I can describe it. And so it's a matter of me deciding, should I go upwards, which might open up to basically half the screen here, half the map, or should I go downwards, which might open up into being half the map. I don't know. I'm getting that old familiar feeling, not that old, of not wanting to battle things. I'm not going to spend the entire episode complaining about that. That can wait for later episodes. But I am going to tell you how I feel about the game. I just am. I'm also going to make a guess that downwards is the place to go for now. At least this summoner doesn't always summon that dragon thing, which was quite powerful. Sometimes it summons these apparently, and maybe various other things. I'm also glad Stop works. It's unusual for Stop to work against things that I want to stop, but it does. It works. That's good. That's useful. So in regard to Rosa, I get why it's useful to have, when you're fighting your boss, I get why it's useful to have a healing character. But why can't Cecil be the healing character if you're going to give him the power to heal? Okay, it seems like in this case I made the correct guess about which section to head for. I wonder if I didn't have float, I suspect you would just fall down there. You've got to love the fact that although the attacks aren't actually powerful enough to do a lot of damage, every creature in basically since the Tower of Bibble or Babel or whatever you want to call it has such high hit points that you can casually do 1,000 damage to it per turn, and yet it takes 7 or 8 turns to actually destroy it. Well, maybe love isn't the correct word. Yeah. Alright, well, at least I've managed to do this one. Hopefully it isn't too disappointing, but if it is... Oh, actually that is helpful. Perhaps I ought to do it now. I can actually make Rosa more, there we go. That'll be helpful. Anyway, yes. At this stage in the game, it isn't worth worrying about. To put it simply. At this stage in the game, I don't care enough. Alright, float. Float apparently stops working as well when you move into a different room. Well, isn't that inconvenient? Anyway, yes, at this stage in the game, it's not really worth doing, worrying about stuff. If you miss something, then you miss something, as long as it's not something absolutely vital, and I really doubt it would give me something absolutely vital. Anyway, unless it's something really vital, which it doesn't normally give you for completing a room, then I don't care that much now. Role-playing games do this to themselves, you know. No one forces them to be over 30 hours long. The game designers just choose to make them overlong. And the game designers for Nintendo DS Final Fantasy games have chosen to put in too many random encounters. It's this I find happens with every Nintendo DS Final Fantasy game. Maybe not the others, but the Nintendo DS ones, definitely. The spell stop may work on lots of creatures that I don't bother to try it on. It just doesn't work on the bosses, so I assumed that it wouldn't work on other things. So this episode isn't going to get overly long. I'm gonna stop talking during the battle now. during the battles unless it's a new creature that we haven't seen before. So that means I'll be able to test it out without missing any of this charming conversation. Despite its many faults, this game has a very... Abyss Cave has very cool graphics, a very cool design. The other thing about having to fight a battle, of course, is I usually need to heal my characters afterwards. I'll be having a look at that thing later once I've gone in here. But yes, and I normally cut those bits out because they're boring. But that is something that I will have to do. And now, see, I have to heal Edge, and that's not interesting for you to look at. But I'm going to do so. And I didn't shut it off because it didn't really seem worth it, to be honest. But the two enemies I just fought just used Earthquake, and Earthquake would be absolutely devastating to my characters if they didn't have float. But since they do have float, it didn't do much. I give it this. They do give us a lot of items here. Well, it seems that that's not 100% either. I just find that weird. There must be, I suppose there must be an extra entrance somewhere. An extra exit. I don't know what to do. I don't really want to continue to explore this room with the cave that I've already explored, so... You know... What do I do here? Do I just decide, well, this isn't, it's not worth exploring, I'm just gonna forget it, or what? Let's have a look at this defender weapon. I might equip this to someone, I don't know. Depends, I suppose, on whether it's more powerful than what I've got. Well, it does increase my attack, but it vastly decreases my accuracy. If I had Kane here, you might be able to use it, but I don't, so that's irrelevant. whilst I'm on my way back to that glowing thing, I will have a look and see if I can see any more gaps. You know, all the time through this, I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to edit this. I'm gonna have to edit out all of these battles, which is a very annoying thing to do, because you need to get rid of a certain amount of footage, but not too much, but still some. And that is really fiddly and annoying. No. Well, why do you know, Steph? And although that won't work on bosses, that is still incredibly useful. I'll give it that. And no, thinking about it, I'm not willing to search for any more any gaps in the walls, so there you go. I think this has transported me somewhere. Ah, yes. Now don't forget, she has been to this place before. This is where she got the dragon summoned and was artificially aged up, as it were. I like this this computery design here. Hello. It's interesting that it says humans, so wherever we are, it is apparently on Earth, or at least somewhere where humans now live. Ah, they're giving me plenty of money. That's nice. You can see this game does have bits that are lower down and bits higher up, if I see what I mean. I suppose as repetitive as I find some of the backgrounds, I suppose that is quite clever. This probably heals me from being a rat or something. I think since I've got the offensive items down there, that this thing will be somewhere near the top here. But I'm of course wrong. It's not. I will look for it, so I can show you what it is. Maybe it's a key item. It is a key item. I don't know what it does, but it's a key item. It means it must be used for something important later. I don't know why it keeps on giving me those things. They're useless to me. Well, it looks like I've gotten all of their stuff that I can steal, take, whatever. They've clearly gotten their inspiration from the Legend of Zelda here. Mist moving across that. That's pretty cool. I'm mostly happy because no one's attacking me. Oh. Yeah, but still, I like chocobos. You know, I like their weirdness. That's okay, big new enemy that apparently doesn't have a problem with me. I would like to talk to one of you, please. I don't really need any of these things. Oh, Eva! I can buy it! Here! This is one of the most useful things ever. Really? Darn, it's expensive though. Well, I'll tell you what, I have a lot of weapons that I really couldn't care less about, so I'm gonna sell any of them that seem unimportant to me, and I will just trust your judgment. If you're playing along with this and you decide to do the same thing. Okay, starting to get slowdown issues here. It's probably been going for quite some time now. I think just so I don't run out of space on my hard drive, I'd better save it.